What's up, fight fans? Thank you once again for coming through and tuning in, much appreciated. Honestly, I really do appreciate it. Remember, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you're not new to the channel, watch another video. I know I say it all the time, but honestly, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Alright, let's talk GGG versus Canelo very briefly. I've already done my video, my prediction on the video. I think I predicted GGG will stop him when he wants, I think I said, around 5 to 7 if Canelo exchanges with him. If not, a points win for GGG, but it'll be a close one because obviously it's Canelo, so you know the judges like Canelo. You know that, guys. What's going on with the promotion for the fight? The fight's in 2 weeks' time. The fight's in, well, less than 2 weeks' time now. This is Sunday the 3rd. The fight goes down next, what, not Saturday the 16th, if I'm correct? Yeah, Saturday the 16th. I've not heard anything about it. You know, I always know there's a big fight coming up when someone who's not necessarily a fight fan asks for my opinion on a fight. So it could be a family member, a friend, someone that's just a casual sports fan says, hey, who's this kid? GGG. No one's asked me. No, and look, it could be the hangover of Mayweather McGregor. I get that. That was a lot for a lot of people, let alone normal fight fans, but boxing fans were like, it's just too much. But nonetheless, what we have here now is what we're being told is one of the best middleweight fights of all time. That's what we're being told. Is it? Of course it's not. But that's what we're being told by Oscar de la Hoya. And I feel like the promotion for it has been pathetic. I don't know what the promotional budget is. I don't know what the advertising budget is. But in today's world where social media is pretty much free, let's be honest, this is going to cost me a bit of data to put up, but that's it. There's no excuse for this not to be everywhere. There's no excuse. There's absolutely no excuse for it not to be everywhere. And you can't, as a lot of people have done, blame Mayweather McGregor. You can't. Because what Mayweather McGregor's done, which really should help this fight, is put eyes on boxing that are not normally there. That's it. So all those 6.5 potentially million pay-per-view buys out there, it's almost saying, okay, you're interested in boxing, your focus is on boxing, how do we keep a third of you? Just, or even a quarter of you. How do we keep a quarter of you on our fight? That's all you really are trying to do, because it's there, the market's there. And I just don't know if Golden Boy and Oscar de la Hoya and the rest of the teams know how to do it no more. I almost feel like the promotion for boxing in general, even to an extent with Conor Floyd, is a bit stale. You watch MMA, particularly UFC, and you kind of feel like they think outside the box a bit. You watch some of their promo videos, whether it be the 2-minute ones, the 1-minute clips, they seem to think a bit different. Guys, if you can, watch the promo for Ronda Rousey versus Holly Holm. Watch the promo for Madison Square Garden, Conor McGregor versus Alvarez, and you'll see what I'm talking about. They think outside the box, and it gains you. It's almost watching like a 1-minute movie. I feel like boxing is just a bit stale with the 24/7s and all this kind of stuff. It's just a bit boring. And they're not thinking outside the box for this fight. It's a huge fight. And like I said, what you don't want it to do is look, it's going to get bigger numbers than Kovalev Ward, obviously. But this is something big now. This is supposed to be the fight that we've been waiting for the best part of 3 years. It's that big a fight. You've got a guy called GGG who's just never lost, a middleweight destroyer, middleweight record holder, I believe now is taking over Hopkins versus a guy coming up, Canelo. Coming up, I say, but coming up in terms of the weight class. It's a huge fight. We're not knowing about it. You don't necessarily, as I'm saying, you don't need a big budget to push it anymore because YouTube is free, Twitter is free, Instagram potentially is free. What you do need to do, Oscar de la Hoya, is get Canelo to start speaking some fucking English. People might say, oh, he's Mexican. It doesn't matter. Your biggest market will always be the English-speaking market. Yes, obviously he's going to have a Spanish-speaking market. I get that. But your biggest market, regardless, for pay-per-view buyers, will always be your English-speaking market. It always will be. And I don't think Canelo's tapped into that yet. Yes, he gets good numbers from the Spanish-speaking market, but imagine you could add those to the English market, but you'll get people interested. They've done a press conference in London 3-4 months ago. Why go there if you're not going to speak English? He can clearly speak English. I've heard an interview where he does speak English. Is it great? Absolutely not, but he tries. I.e. like Lomachenko does now, and Rigonda, they try and speak a bit of English. Because they feel like that's the way it helps get their message across to those fans. And I feel like Canelo's not one to try and sell the fight. I get that. GGG's tried to a bit. Canelo's not one to try and sell the fight. Canelo's just trying to be tough man Canelo. But nonetheless, you need to sell the fight. It's a big fight. You're asking for big money for it. You're guaranteed big money for it. It needs to do over 1 million pay-per-view buys. Will it? I don't know. I don't think it will. I don't think it will the way it's going. I don't think people are that interested in it. I always feel like for a fight to do over 1 million or there or thereabouts, you need to garner some casual interest. Hardcore boxing fans aren't just aren't enough. We saw with Mayweather and McGregor, 3 million plus streamed that fight. So as much as people want to see it, 3 million were like, nah, not interested in paying for it. That could be the same thing Canelo GGG. And that's the hardcore boxing fans that really stream. The ones that pay, 9 times out of 10 are the casual ones. They're the ones that will just press a button and pay. The hardcore boxing fans will always try and find a way to watch it for free. That's just who we are. We're stingy bastards. You need to get the hardcore boxing. You need to get the casual interest. And I don't think this fight yet has gained any interest from the casuals. It just hasn't. It just hasn't. I do boxing commentating. I do a bit of commentary. I do a bit of journalism. And for every big fight, I go on a few stations and they ask me my opinion. I give them my opinion. I have literally been waiting for the call for these stations to ask me my opinion about GGG Canelo, and I'm not getting it. I mean, for Mayweather McGregor, I got tons of requests. For GGG Canelo, I've got none yet. But mainstream media just not interested in the fight. And that's a big problem for me because I'm a big boxing fan and I want all heads to be interested in the big boxing event. That's how you save boxing. That's how you bring boxing back to the masses. Say what you want about Floyd and Conor, it brings boxing back to the masses, and now the aim for all these promoters and managers and fighters out there is to try and somehow eat a piece of that cake as well. What's the phrase? They eat a slice of that cake. They need to do that. And right now, all I'm seeing is Oscar De La Hoya slagging off Mayweather McGregor rather than saying it was fantastic for boxing, it was a spectacle, blah, blah, blah. You should watch our one as well. Rather than saying that, he's saying stuff like, you want to watch a real fight, watch this. And I feel like that's just not going to work. They need to think outside the box for promotion. They really, really do. If not, unfortunately, it might not get 1 million. And if GGG Canelo can't get 1 million pay-per-view buys, then fuck me, boxers in a bit of trouble. People might argue that and say it's not. It is. If you can't get 1 million pay-per-view buys for GGG versus Canelo, you're talking a guy that's probably number 9 pound for pound. I've seen in some rankings. Canelo versus a guy that most people have number 4. You know, it's bad. It's very, 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 very bad. Well, guys, what do you think about the promotion for this fight? Am I right? Do you think I'm just exaggerating a bit, or am I right in saying that it hasn't got the promotion? Or is it a case of why waste the money because Mayweather McGregor was just taking up everything, and why it'd almost be like throwing money down a black hole? And I understand that argument fully, but I also need to think that Oscar De La Hoya has promoted numerous fights, needs to realize that for this special fight, and it is a special fight, we need to see a bit more. They just haven't got the word out there at all that this fight is happening and who these combatants are to non-boxing fans. And that's what you need to get in. You need to get the non-boxing fans interested, and they have no interest whatsoever, I think, for this big spectacle. But let me know what you think. Peace.